I just I did one of these last week on one of my content creation days, and I really enjoyed it. So I thought I would do another one. I also think it's really a good opportunity for me to try out YouTube live and stream. I'm used to streaming on Twitch, but I think maybe this vertical format will be really good. I also want to end up eventually being able to stream it to maybe Instagram and TikTok. I'm not up to those dizzy heights yet. I tell you, nowhere near there yet, but possibly in the future. Anyway, the thing that I wanted to talk about today is something that I really need help with, because I I have a problem. I have a problem, and it comes from my extremely non-creative brain. And many of you might think, oh, he's a content creator, he does role playing games, he's a GM, he must have creativity. But when it comes to this that I want to talk about, I am sadly lacking it. So I've just finished creating a video, a long form video this morning, and it's called Tabletop Tactics: How to Elevate Your Combat. And I want to make these GM videos that are quite oh, hang on, come back a bit. There we go. That are quite, it's following my hand, I think. Come on. Right, stay there. Stay there, camera. And I want to sort of like make these videos that are more GM content, but all it ends up being is me looking at the camera. Sorry, this is annoying me hugely. Okay. I've got one of these stupid things that is sort of like meant to be following me, and it's not following me at all. It's just sort of like, no, I'm sorry, you're not putting me in frame. Put me in frame, will you please? And then follow me. Oh, I don't, maybe I'm too close. Maybe I'm, oh, no. I mean, and then all of a sudden it starts to follow my hand instead. Anyway, so there's this thing that I'm not that creative. Hello. Um, anyway, the thing that I really want to sort of like talk about is this idea of me not being very creative, and I'm sort of like creating these GM. Do you want to know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn off this machine and just do it normally. I'm creating GM content, and I need to know. I need my own style. I'm streaming from the United Kingdom. I need to find my own style of video, because I think there's a huge amount of YouTubers out there, and they're all creating their own video. And what I need is almost like my own style of video. I need something that makes it mine. And when people see it, they recognize my style. And this is when I have to say I am the most uncreative person around. Okay. I just can't think of a way to make it my own. Okay. And sort of like have my own style completely. So it's really difficult, and I keep sort of like having ideas but find that I can never follow through with them, or they never happen, or I have this wonderful idea and it's far too difficult to actually implement. And that's almost like the secondary thing. So I have this issue that I can't think of my own style. And then this second issue that when I do think of a style, I find it so hard to implement that it just doesn't happen. And it's so annoying, because I know I started down the line of all this all this sort of like transitioning and sort of like doing fancy transitions between things. And people were saying, I got a whole load of messages saying, you don't need to do that. We can see it in any case. Oh, that's an interesting. You're a tomorrow man. I'll do it tomorrow. Do you want to know? That's a really interesting thing, because my mum always used to say to me, bless her, that tomorrow never comes. That's the first thing. And then there was a wonderful thing up on our kitchen wall that said, today is the tomorrow I worried about yesterday. And it took me quite a while when I was younger to figure that out. And I have another channel, that is all about ClickUp and how to use ClickUp to be more productive and productivity. And putting things off to tomorrow is procrastination, and that's all based on emotion. There's solid research out there to suggest that. Anyway, I just thought I would pick up on Lee's comment there about tomorrow. So, and I have to admit, I do that sometimes. I sort of like put off. I sort of like think, oh, I'll just create this video and then I'll think of a better way of doing it tomorrow. Because I'm always thinking that you need to keep making content. You can't sort of like stop while you try to find something out. And so there's this in between phase when it's sort of like halfway between the two. And I'm just finding it really difficult at the moment. So I wanted to talk about that. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is that I have this idea of producing new things, new RPG things. And I've done a lot of adventures and encounters on my Ko-fi RPG shop, which the link's in the description, but not going very well. I did do some posts about creating something new, and those didn't go down well. I've seen some other content creators making NPCs up, a new NPC. So I thought I might give that a go in the future as well. But I'm really sort of like, I'm in this flux of thinking, what should I do next? So number one, there's this idea of a lack of my own style. So I'm trying to figure that out. And at the other side of it, trying to figure out what sort of content people want and what I can sort of like create. So yeah, so Monday's always my RPG content creation day. And I've done all my filming. I've done 2 lots of filming. One I've edited and it's up. It's up on YouTube, all scheduled. I worked so like 2 weeks in advance. And I've just recorded GM top tip number 22. And that's ready to be edited. But I just thought I'll quickly jump on and do this first. On a non-RPG topic, I actually went for my run. So Monday is my run day, my 5K run day. I normally try to do Monday, Wednesday, then either Friday or Saturday, depending on work. And I got up and it was like -2 outside. And I thought, I'm not going for a run in -2. So I waited till about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. It got up into sort of like 1 degree and I quickly dashed out and did my run there. But interesting, it was cold. And I think it actually made me run faster because I did a terrific time, best time. Well, it was my 3rd ever quickest 5K run, and that's going right the way back to before I was ill, etc. So I think running in the cold actually does help. I did have my shorts on and I was running, and this old lady with a dog was coming towards me, and she just said, "You're brave, you're very brave," and had a chuckle to herself as I ran past with my pearly white legs on show. Anyway, so that was really interesting. We've had this really massive influx of viewers. My viewer counter went up to 15 at one point. I thought, yeah, I've made it, but it went down to 0 and back to 1. I think there must be a group of people that just go from live YouTube live to YouTube live, if that makes sense, and sort of like just go and say things or say, you know, or try to be controversial or something like that, which is fine. That is what where everybody is free to do what they want. So yeah, so we've got that's basically all I wanted to say, but I wanted to just come live for a moment. And you never know, pretty soon I might even be live on Instagram and TikTok. Dizzy height stuff, dizzy height stuff. Okay, people, thank you for coming along. And yeah, if you're watching this on the feedback or the recorded session, then don't forget to like and comment and subscribe. And I'll see you all later. Thank you. Goodbye.